emo. But they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. And the Cowboys will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring taking the touchback. So Kansas State's offense will start this game off with the football. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Looking downfield, it's Pineda. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Kansas State will have to punt it away.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Oklahoma State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Pineda. Gets it out fast. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Another ball is knocked free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Herring. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. A great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll look to pin them deep. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
So first down here as they go back to work. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job.
He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Power football with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this...
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Harry. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Firing to the right, complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Back to pass, it's Pineda. Here's a heat. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Holding. Defense. Defensive holding, an automatic first down for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Here's the handoff. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Bounce right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. Looking for more room. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Off the play fake on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Pineda. Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Duarte. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ingram. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking downfield very late in the half. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Kansas State will have to punt it away.
Number 12 on to punt it away.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical. And
Turning it on! They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. They're going back to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Finds his man in the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Cowboys trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. On the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Wildcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the...
Basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and... There he goes! Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Cowboys kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the single back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's first. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached a break. Oklahoma State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Pineda. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. To the air on 1st down. Rush is on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking to throw, it's Pineda. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Oh, he's got some... Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Toss to the outside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football and imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And the pummeling has started. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Kansas State pushing the pace. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. To the air, it's Pineda. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. On target. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Can't get him to the ground. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. Running back was able to make the 1st guy miss, couldn't make the 2nd one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Cowboys will punt this one away. They booted away on 4th down. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Pineda. Oh, they're after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.